Hi, it's john.morrod here from yournetbuddy.com. I'm making a very quick video today because I realised that over the years I've wasted a lot of time by having my domain names registered with one company and my hosting with a different one. I learned a long time ago that Namecheap is one of the best places to go to get the domain names, because when I used to use Godaddy, as many people do in the beginning because Godaddy is so well known, I found that by the time I got through the checkout process with Godaddy, sometimes you end up buying things you hadn't intended buying. But with Namecheap, it's a very quick process. You just buy your domain name and you check out. You don't find that you've got all these other things added into your checkout that you hadn't realised were there. Whether that's still the same with GoDaddy or not, I don't know, but at one time it was a problem. I ended up having to get refunds because I'd purchased things that I hadn't intended buying. Anyway, with Namecheap, once you bought your domain, if you share with a different hosting company, like for example, for many years, probably about 8 or 9 years, I was with this company called Hostgator. So once I'd bought a domain name, if I check in here, it's so easy now to check in with Namecheap. You just click on here and you sign in, and then you can manage your domains. So once you've logged into Namecheap, you can go down here to your domain list and it will show you all the domain names that you have. And then normally you would have to click on the domain name that you've just purchased, and you'd then have to click on manage. And you'd go into manage and you'd go into the advanced DNS, and you'd have to then change that to post to the hosting company that you use. But by having both your hosting and your domain names with Namecheap, for example, it's all under one roof. And I'll show you what I mean by that. You've got your domain list here, but then if, for example, I wanted to then just put WordPress on any of these sites, I would just go into the hosting list here. It immediately takes you into your cPanel. So just click here, go to cPanel. From within your cPanel, you can just go down here, go down to your WordPress manager, and you can actually access all your websites from here. Instead of going, see, normally you would put in your website name, such as yournetbuddy.com, and you'd have to do /WP admin, and then you'd have to remember your password and your login details to log in. But the beauty of having both your hosting and your domains with Namecheap is that now you can just log in from here. So if I just click on login, I'm immediately logged into the back of the WordPress site, and from here I can go to the posts, pages, and to my plugins, make any alterations that I want. And it's all done from within Namecheap, and it saves an awful lot of time, because before you would have to either go through admin or you'd have to put your cPanel at the end of your domain name. But by keeping it all together, it works far more efficiently and saves you a lot of time. So these are all the ones that you can log into, and you've just got the one cPanel, and you can log into and make adjustments to all your domains from just this one cPanel. Go to cPanel, it's as easy as that, and you're in there and you can make all the adjustments. So again, if I go into here, WordPress Manager, so from here I've just today updated everything. Some of these that are now all green, they were orange today because some of the plugins needed updating. So if you just click on it when it's turned orange, it immediately takes you into an area where you can just go through and you can update everything. Another feature which is very good within here is that you can do a backup for each of your websites so efficiently. Just click here, backup, and it immediately backs up that website, so that if your site gets hacked at all, you've got a recent backup. If I wanted to go into another one, this one here that I have for pet tags, just click on backup, and I've immediately got a backup. It makes it so quick and easy that why wouldn't you do it? When I was with Hostgator, it was so difficult to get backups organised that I didn't do it, and then when one of my websites got so badly hacked that it wasn't recoverable, I lost everything. I'd had that site for about 6 years and I just lost everything, whereas now I keep a backup of everything because it's just so easy to do from within Namecheap. And not only that, with Namecheap, it's so cheap. If I just sign out a moment here, click on shared hosting. So with the shared hosting plans, if you've just got one website, you could start with one of these like the Stellar or the Stellar Plus. The Stellar gives you 3 websites and the Stellar Plus is unlimited. But I actually went for the Stellar Business one because it gives you unlimited websites and it gives you free SSL certificates as well, which is when you visit your website, you've got this padlock sign which means that if for example, as I do on some of my websites, I take payments through PayPal. If people see the padlock sign here, which you get because you've got an SSL certificate on your site, they have a lot more confidence. In fact, if you haven't got an SSL certificate on your website, quite often your browser just won't load that website. It gives a warning message instead, and which means that you actually lose a lot of the visitors. So after many years, almost 10 years of working online now, I've come to the conclusion that you can do things the easy way or the difficult way. If you have your domain names registered in one place and you're hosting in another, you really are just making life quite difficult for yourself. Whereas if you go along the route of keeping your domain names and your hosting in the same place, I mean, you could do exactly the same thing if you wanted to with Godaddy, for example. You could buy your domain names and you could host it with Godaddy, but it would cost a lot more because I find Godaddy is a lot more expensive. And Namecheap have been around a long time. They work in most countries of the world, and it's just a very efficient way of working. You'll find a link in my video that will take you along to Namecheap. I'll show what happens when you get to the link. This is the page that you'll arrive at if you click on the link in the description. And if you just scroll down, it says here that tell us if you have a hosting plan with us already and you wish to purchase a new one. Because if you've already got a hosting plan with someone like Hostgator, as I did for many years, you just click on this button that says Move My Hosting. They will get in touch with you, and they will actually they'll make a backup of all your websites on your old hosting, and they'll just move it across so efficiently that it just works exactly the same way as it did before it was moved. You don't even realize it's been moved, except that you can access it and make adjustments to it in a much easier way. So yes, just click on Move My Hosting and follow the instructions, and they'll do the rest for you. They have an excellent uptime and an excellent performance rate, and their support is excellent as well. I was on the live chat with them this morning because one of my websites stopped working, and it turned out that the SSL certificate had expired. So while I was there, they updated all my websites. I've got eight websites registered with them, and they updated and put new SSL certificates on all 8 websites while I was on this live chat with them, which I thought was excellent service. So yes, I would recommend Namecheap over all the others. I know that some of them are very good, but they will cost you a lot more. Namecheap is very good, and it's very good pricing as well, and it's very easy to use. So again, all you need is one sign in, and once you've signed in, you've got access to all your domain names. They're now asking for verification codes, which they send your email address, which is just an extra security thing. I won't go through it now, but you just go to your email address, put the verification code in, and it's a way of protecting you from getting your sites hacked. Anyway, thank you for watching the video. There's another link in my video as well. If you're looking for a way to build a sustainable online business, you'll find that there's a link to a 12-step action plan, which is the course that I used to get started and having success finally on the internet. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you again soon. Bye for now.